Hi, this is Van. Welcome to another episode of Crit Doc. In this race, I'll be talking you through the last 3 laps of the Roger Millikan criterium for Cat 3, done just a few weeks ago in Brea, California. This race was kind of the first criterium of the season for me, and I'm just getting my feet wet, getting back into the familiarity of riding in the big loop. We're approaching 3 laps to go, and the pace is starting to heat up a little bit. The current race situation was that there was a break up the road. From what I heard, at this point the break I think was a solo rider, and through the lap before, he had about 17 seconds on us. But as we were approaching these next couple laps, that gap was whittling down to 5 seconds. So the pace definitely was starting to heat up. As you could see, everyone's looking like they're pedaling really hard, and I was trying to stay in good position. This course is set up so that there's a slight downhill during these corners here, and during this backstretch you can really get a lot of speed without having to pedal as much. So I knew that I needed to be near the front, because if I was in the back, it would be really difficult to move up. Everyone was already going so fast that it was going to be much harder to get to the front. So staying near the front here was part of my plan. As I see these riders on my right starting to move up, I know that this is a potential swarm before the last couple laps. I don't want to be boxed in, so I do my best to stay to the inside and try to follow good leads. As we approach the start-finish line, there is a slight rise. This rise is interesting because depending on who you follow, you could have a person in front of you maintaining speed, accelerating, or getting slower. And I really wanted to just be maintaining my speed or going slightly faster. So I'm trying to pick wheels so that I'm not drifting back. It's really true in criterium racing that even if you feel like you're holding steady, you might actually be drifting back. If you're not moving forward, you're heading backwards. So here's where it gets interesting. At this point, it's 2 laps to go. It's almost going to be bell lap, and in my mind, the move is going to be coming on that slight uphill. I need to be in a good position before that uphill so I can hit it with good speed and with good momentum. I've been trying to stay to the inside of all the corners, but at the same time, I don't want to be boxed in, so I'm still trying to find my way around these lines. And right here, it gets really interesting. Everyone's kind of coasting through, and there is just a sound of brakes, metal, and these guys just go down right in front of me. Let's look at that again. The rider on the inside looks like he has a bad line and is using his elbow to hit the guy on the SBW kit. That causes a chain reaction, and everyone just like smashes into each other. Luckily, I was able to hit the brakes and swerve onto the right side and avoid going down. But hitting the brakes means I'm now off the back. I was trying to save everything for the last sprint, but there's no time for that now. Instead of saving everything for the last sprint, I'm putting all my energy into trying to get back to the group. There's no free lap, and there's only going to be 1 lap to go at the line. I try to freewheel around these riders so they can get around folks and get into a better position. And as we're going up the hill, I'm trying to pick them off one by one. I want to spend a lot of energy to get to the front, but at the same time, I'm still thinking, man, I should try to save something for that last kick. In the back of my mind, I knew though that if I wasn't at the front, it wouldn't matter anyway. So I'm trying to do my best to try to get close to the front of the race. As I get back into the middle of the pack, I see my buddy Derek in the blue kit. So I'm like, okay, he's in the field. I know that I can pick my way through. So I'm on his wheel and just trying to move through the field. I'm trying to be aware of riders coming back, try to get around them, like people who are in the lead out for other teams. And now the pace is heating up again. This time, I definitely want to tell myself to stay on the inside. As we approach that previous corner where the crash happened, I'm really tentative. I'm still thinking about that crash, and that kind of causes me to ease off a little bit. Probably the wrong thing to do. I let the gap open up a little bit, and here I am struggling, pedaling, just to try to close that gap up again. So here we are going probably around 35 miles an hour, it's going to be really hard to move up now, especially it's downhill, slight headwind, and everyone is really setting up for the sprint. As we approach the second to last corner, I see there's a small group of about 5 riders who already have a gap on the rest of us. This rise was where I was planning to set up for my sprint. So I stand up, I try to give everything, but I burned all my matches. I'm not able to hang on, and riders are coming in around me and filling in that gap. It's just not happening. Sometimes your mind knows what to do, but your legs don't follow. As we get around the last corner, I want to give a good effort, so I stand up and just try to give a good sprint to the line. I want to get there and feel like I did my best, but I also know I want to stay safe, and I'm not sprinting for first or even a top 5, top 10, so I crossed the line at around 23rd place. It was a good race, but more to learn for next time. This is the Crit Doc, and I hope to see you out at the races.